Hello everyone, it's Olumayowa Victor Ogunshola from iDPS. iDPS means I diagnose and proffer solutions. Today I've got something very interesting for business students around the world. So if you're studying business management, today's topic should be very useful for you. Besides business students, let's talk about management experts here. So whether you are in operational management, tactical management, or strategic management, anywhere in the world, today's lesson should be very useful for you. So what do I talk about today? Today I'd like to talk about CSR, corporate social responsibility, but I want to focus on the triple bottom line of corporate social responsibility. That's what I will be focusing on today, okay? So I want to talk about, on the whiteboard I put that CSR, yeah? But we will focus on the triple bottom line of corporate social responsibility. You heard the word triple already. That means something about three things, yeah? So that's what we're going to be focusing on today. Maybe I could start this way as well, yeah? Triple bottom line of corporate social responsibility would be the 3 P's of profit, planet, and people, yeah? Triple bottom line of profit, planet, and people. Okay? I think you can see that from the camera. So first of all, what is corporate social responsibility? I'd like to help us understand that corporate social responsibility is when a business organization goes beyond what is required of it by the law to carry out their business operations in such a way that it impacts the environment that we live in positively. Okay, so corporate social responsibility is when an organization goes beyond what is required of it legally by the law to make sure that the business operations has a positive impact on the environment. This is the concept of corporate social responsibility. Why do I decide to talk about the triple bottom line? It's because as a management thinker, it is being seen that most businesses are focused on profitability. Okay, but with the help of an expert by the name John Elkinson, John Elkinson developed the idea of the triple bottom line. Okay, for John Elkinson, it says it's not bad at all for organization to concentrate on profitability. There is nothing wrong with that. But beyond that, organizations must think in a broad way and think about the extra efforts it has on its people, okay, and the practices it has and how its practices affect the planet, okay, and that is the concept of the triple bottom line. Maybe I could give already maybe a short definition for those of us who really want to say, oh, but at this stage I don't understand. Yeah, the triple bottom line helps businesses to assess and report their performance based on 3 important areas. Before the era of the triple bottom line, businesses would just report on profitability, profit maximization, how much of the market share did we gain, and they would report how financial incentives is being distributed. This was the traditional practice. But John Elkinson brought about the concept of the triple bottom line, and now organizations are thinking, how does our business operations impact the society? So profit is of course important, but must not be the only factor to think about when we report a business performance. So what are the other factors that we will like to report when we, besides profit, how does your business operations again impact the society? What about the people in your organization? The suppliers, the employees, and every other customers, every other stakeholders that we have. How does your products or services affect these people? This is what the concept of the triple bottom line is about. Of course, profitability, like I said, and that could be reported from your income statement. When you look at the income statement of the business, you know what if they are making a profit or they're running at a loss. Yeah, but let's focus on the extra 2 P's. Yeah, planet. Yeah, what is the impact of your operations on the planet? Are your products or services sustainable? Do your products or services damage the planet that we live in any way possible? These are questions that organizations are beginning to ask themselves. With respect to people, yeah, does your organization engage in CSR activities? Yeah? That's a question to ask. However, of course, it is hard to measure that. Yeah? Out of the 3 bottom line criteria of profit, people, and planet, the people criteria is that one that is difficult to measure. It is very difficult for business organizations to measure how they carry out CSR activities for their employees, for their suppliers, for their customers. That could be a bit difficult to measure, but when you talk about profit, you can check the income statement. Yeah? When you talk about planets, you can check how sustainable are our products, how sustainable are our offices. To go further on, what are the main benefits of the triple bottom line? It encourages businesses to think beyond profit. So businesses are now more concerned about people. Businesses are now more concerned about the planet in which they operate in. It's not, those are the benefits. However, it has some drawbacks. Think about it. Yeah? People and planet are difficult to measure. How do you measure if an organization is having an impact on the planet? How do you measure if an organization is affecting the people in a negative way? Could be difficult to measure. And lastly, it's difficult because there are no currently, there are no legal requirements demanding that business organizations should carry out CSR with respect to people and planet. Yeah? That was the short lecture, but to summarize it, if you look at the diagram on the slides, yeah, so we talk about environment, and that's the planet part of the triple bottom line. Yeah? Is your organization reducing, having a reduction in energy consumption? Is your organization having a reduction in input materials consumption? Is your organization using electrode with environmental friendly materials? These are questions that you can already ask in order to check if your organization is affecting the planet positively or negatively. Yeah? From the people perspective, you can already ask questions like, is your organization reducing risk? Yeah? With risk maybe in terms of materials, in terms of equipment, are there friendly health and safety policies in place? This is something to ask with respect to people, and that can really tell if your organization care about the people in terms of employees, suppliers, customers, of course. Customers come first, of course, or some could argue employees come first. Yeah? And with respect to profitability, and that's the economic value of the triple bottom line, you have questions like, is there reduction in cost? Yeah? Is there increased productivity? And are we optimizing our operational efficiencies? Ladies and gentlemen, that was a short lecture for the topic triple bottom line of corporate social responsibility, as put together by myself, but originator of this concept, like I said, was John Helkinson. Thank you very much. You know that I always like to get feedback from you, so if you think there's any way that I could serve you better, it's my mission to educate the world on business management, business and management knowledge. Please let me know. Feel free to send us a feedback at email info@idpsconsults.com, or go to the website www.idpsconsults.com and drop us a feedback. We want to serve you better. You know that I will not go until I talk about my passion, and my passion is that Africa must develop. Therefore I say, are you an African anywhere in the world? Keep doing everything to make sure that Africa is united, and keep doing everything to promote the development of the African continent. Africa must develop. In English language, I like to say thank you very much. Dutch language from the Netherlands, I like to say thank you all. Yoruba language from Nigeria, West Africa, I like to say eshew. Bye.